And welcome back inside UC Davis Health Stadium. It's a final. Utah Tech losing to UC Davis by the count of 32-14. Rod Zundel here on the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Trailblazer took a while. They were 0 for 10 in third down conversions, and then they picked up a couple of first downs and got touchdowns out of it. They got a takeaway and converted that into a touchdown, but Reggie Graff got his first start as a Trailblazer, first collegiate start, first start in a football game since his senior year in high school at Dixie High School in 2019. Got off to a rough start. The third play of the game, threw an interception. They would score 3 plays later. And then the next play, Reggie fumbled and just off to a tough start for him in his first start. And the Trailblazer defense held UC Davis to a field goal. In fact, the Aggies' high-powered offense, they were inside the 20-yard line 4 times in the first half and 5 times in the first half, and the Trailblazers defense held them to 4 field goals. That's pretty tough going right there, sledding. So that defense, give them a lot of credit for the way they played tonight, and really for a lot of times this year when they've been stacked up against their own goal line, they've held them to out of the end zone, the opponents, and get some field goal tries. But on the night, Reggie Graff, for passing, he went the entire way, 7 of 21, 95 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He was sacked once. Reggie was also the leading rusher for the Trailblazers, 17 carries for 95 yards total, had a 10-yard loss, so an 85-yard net, and 1 touchdown. He was the main catalyst on that touchdown drive. Had a couple of long runs and a long pass to Bryce Parker. But Trailblazers, only 9 first downs compared to 29 first downs for UC Davis. Trailblazers had 128 yards rushing, and they held UC Davis to only 135 yards rushing. And this coming from a team that has yet, in the first 3 games, didn't hold any of the opponents to under 300 yards rushing. So that's an improvement against one of the best running backs in the Western United States, definitely the best running back in the Big Sky Conference. They held him to 123 yards on 28 carries, 4.3 an average. So they did a nice job on Lan Larison. Passing yards, 284 to 95. That's where they got beat tonight. Turnovers and then the passing yards. Total offensive plays, 48 plays for 223 yards for the Trailblazers, 87 plays for 419 total yards for the Aggies. Penalties not bad, 5 for 65. Time of possession, 21 minutes to 38, almost 39 minutes. That's got to change. Third down conversions, Coach Anderson, Greg Stevens, they got to find some way to get this fixed. 1 for 11. So first game they got 1 third down conversion. And game 2 they got 1 third down conversion. Game 3 they had 5. So about 8 for 45, 8 for 50 in third down conversions over the first 4 games. That's not going to cut it. Turnovers a big problem tonight. 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles, 4 turnovers, and that led to points for the Trailblazer or for the UC Davis Aggies. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will hear from head coach Lance Anderson, and we will give our Burt Brothers Doing It Better player of the game. It's got to be somebody from the defense. We got 2 possibilities. We'll announce the Burt Brothers Doing It Better player of the game when we come back. D.R. Horton is America's largest home builder, but with a local heart. Nestled just west of the Sand Hollow Recreation Area is a 600-acre master planned community with beautifully designed single-family homes, cottages, and townhomes called Long Valley. Visit us at drhorton.com and join us in continuing the American dream of home ownership and build your next home with D.R. Horton, America's builder.
Experience the magic of southern Utah from the sky and the ground at Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons. They take you on breathtaking journeys across the stunning landscapes of St. George, Hurricane, and beyond. But why just visit when you can live here? Priority First Real Estate is dedicated to helping you find your dream home. Together, they bring you closer to the community, closer to nature, closer to home. Confetti Pebbles Hot Air Balloons and Priority First Real Estate, where adventure meets home.
Hey there, sports fans. Ready to take a timeout from the sidelines and jump into the action? St. George Regional Airport has you covered. Score big with convenient flights that take you from our Red Rocks to destinations around the globe. Whether it's the bright lights of LA or an exotic getaway across the Pacific, your adventure starts right here at home. When you're planning that epic getaway, St. George Regional Airport is your home field advantage.
Back inside UC Davis Health Stadium, Trailblazers lose this one tonight to UC Davis, 32-14. Time now to unveil our Burt Brothers Doing It Better player of the game, and got to go with someone on the defense. We had a couple of possibilities, but we're going to go with redshirt freshman Quincy Leger for the second straight game. He was a force. 9 tackles tonight, 7 solo, 1 tackle for loss, 2 pass breakups for the redshirt freshman Quincy Leger. Before last week, he did not even register a tackle, and now in the last 2 games, he's had 16 or 17 tackles. So Quincy Leger, our Burt Brothers Doing It Better player of the game. Listen to the Devin Dixon, The Drive. Tuesday morning, when you hear the Burt Brothers commercial, you can hear the special code to get a discount your next visit to Burt Brothers on Sunset. All right, Rod Zundel here with the coach. Let's see, where are you, Coach? There you are. Lance Anderson. And, Coach, what can you say about your defense? And let's start with Quincy Leger. 2 weeks ago, he wasn't even on the field, and now he's your leading tackler.
Yeah, I mean, the defense really, again, competed hard. They had their back against the wall on several occasions, but really came out and competed, a lot of positive things. And, yeah, Quincy Leger, I mean, Quincy has shown us in practice what a physical football player he is, what a solid tackler he is. It's just taken him a little time to learn the defense and all the fits and a lot of the coverage aspects. But he is a physical football player, and he's done a great job these last 2 weeks.
Reggie Graff getting his first start in a game since his senior year at Dixie High School 5 years ago in 2019. Tough start. Interception, next play fumble.
Yeah, the turnovers are tough, and those are things that are hard to overcome, but the defense really battled. And I think as the game went on, I think Reggie got into a good groove again, got into a rhythm, and did some positive things. But obviously to have a chance to compete against a really good team like this, we can't have the turnovers.
4 turnovers. Your defense held him to 4 field goals in the first half when it could have, they could have let him in the end zone and got out of hand. So you were still in it. But your third down conversions, again, 1 for 11 again tonight. That's got to get taken care of.
Oh, that's got to get better. We've got to run the football better. It's just we've got to execute much better on the offensive side of the ball, and we've got to eliminate the turnovers.
Even with that being said, you've given up over 300 yards rushing in the first 3 games. Tonight, against one of the best running backs that you'll face all season long, you held him to 123 and a total rushing yards of 135. That is a major improvement.
That is, and we've got to keep that up because that has been a struggle for us. We know that's not our strong suit, so that's something we've got to work hard to get better at, and it's great to see that improvement. Now the challenge is going to be whether we can carry that over, to another week.
Got some guys back, Fotu, Jagger Williams came back, Brevin Hamlin, after missing part of last game, he came back a little bit. They gutted it out on a defense that had their backs on the goal line a lot.
They did, and we really appreciate the efforts of those guys. Jagger, I think, played about a series and then went back out, so we'll see what his status is going forward. We hope that Brevin and Jared will just get more and more healthy and give us more snaps, because it sure helps having those guys out there.
Okay. Tough 4-game schedule to open up the season. You go home, homecoming next week. Abilene Christian, they lost a tough one at home to Idaho. First game of the conference, so everything's 0-0 now. clean slate. That's what you conference championship. That's what you go for, and you've got to hope that these 4 games against great opponents will result into better play when come conference time.
We sure hope so. I mean, obviously we've played great teams, so it should be great preparation. But we know Abilene is another really good team. I think they might be one of the most talented teams in our league, and they've done some really good things so far this year.
Final question, Coach. You're 0-4, but do you have a sense of optimism after what happened tonight with the defense, the improvements they made, and also what the offense could show what they can do when they don't hurt themselves?
Yes, I just told the team that in the locker room, that we've shown glimpses in every phase of playing good football. We've shown it at every position that we're capable of playing good football. We just have not done it consistently enough. That's going to be our challenge, and we just got to build on the positive things from tonight, the positive things we've done so far this year, and we just got to get a lot more consistent and execute at a much higher level.
All right, Coach, let's get home and get ready for homecoming next week and the conference opener.
Sounds great. Another big challenge.
All right, that's head coach Lance Anderson here. 32-14 is your final. Back to wrap up this from Davis, California after this.
Welcome to St. George Academy, home of the Dragon Slayers, where academic excellence meets individualized learning right here in Southern Utah. At St. George Academy, we believe in challenging our students with rigorous curriculum, preparing them for a demanding college experience and beyond. And it's all tuition free. Our unique Pathway University program offers accelerated courses, allowing students to earn college credits in high school. Experience the St. George Academy difference, schedule your tour today, and join us on your educational journey.
Yesco is a proud partner of Trailblazer Sports Vision and Utah Tech Athletics. Yesco specializes in manufacture of custom electric signs and displays. From the smallest to the largest, Yesco can design, manufacture, install, and maintain an identification package that is tailored to your specific needs. Yesco has been serving Utah businesses for well over 100 years with quality signage and exceptional service. To see how Yesco can serve you, go to yesco.com.
Craving something sweet but healthy? Come to Berries and Cream, the original spot for fresh berries in our delicious sweet cream. Locally owned and operated right here in St. George. We offer a cold, refreshing treat that's perfect for the southern Utah climate. Fresh fruit has never tasted so good. Berries and Cream, the original taste of St. George.
All right, back inside UC Davis Health Stadium, 32-14, the final. Utah Tech losing to UC Davis tonight here in Northern California. All right, after tonight, Trailblazers 0-4. They'll try to right the ship, get their first win. Next week, the conference opener, homecoming in Greater Zion Stadium against Abilene Christian. The Wildcats losing at home to Idaho earlier today, so they'll be looking to get off the schneid and to get a win on the road. But that will be kicking off 7 o'clock Saturday night, Greater Zion Stadium, Utah Tech and Abilene Christian. And 6 o'clock will be our Trailblazer kickoff show here on the Fan and Trailblazer Sports Vision. And don't forget, Tuesday night, 6 o'clock, will be the Lance Anderson Coaches Show on Trailblazer Sports Vision and also on the Fan Sports Radio. All right, that will do it here in Davis, California. Thanks to everybody. Blake Arulian back in the studio. Once again, the final here in Davis, California. UC Davis 32, Utah Tech 14. So for the final time tonight, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next Saturday, homecoming, back in St. George. Good night, everybody.